What's going on, guys? Welcome back to year 4 of the North Texas Dynasty here on College Football 26. Today we got a banger video with definitely our most competitive game of the season other than the Texas thriller that we won against the Texas Longhorns. Today we go to Arizona to play the Wildcats in another Big 12 competition game. If you guys have been up to date on the Dynasty, we are undefeated, 6-0 up to this point. I know you might be thinking, I thought you were 5-0 in the last video. We are. I just accidentally had a bad YouTuber moment and deleted our game against Houston. But we won. That's the important thing. I'm sorry that I accidentally deleted that for y'all. It was completely on accident. I'm still new to this YouTuber thing. I'm still learning. But here are some mid-season stats. Finally, Jermecco Green gets in the end zone. We still got Bryce Baker leading the touchdowns rushing-wise. Obviously, we want to get his touchdown-to-interception ratio a bit better than it has been. And we got Johnny Butcher coming off the bench doing really good as well. Dozie Esnu coming off a historic 392-yard gain as leading the way with 7 touchdowns. We got Jacaden Ferguson with 4. Shakir Capps slowed down a little bit since his hot start to the year, but still great. And 4 touchdowns for Daryl Branson, the true freshman tight end as well. No touchdowns yet for Alexander Marler, our young, rising, elite potential receiver. And then Kenton Allen leading the way in the tackles with 45. We got Rashad Battles, Joshua Pierce, Kenton Allen, Devontae Carlisle all leading the way with sacks. Our defense is one of the best sacking defenses in the SAC. What are we talking about? One of the best sack potential defenses in the American Conference all season, and I'd argue in all of college football. Arizona only has 1 loss on the year. They're having a really good year, and that loss comes to a ranked Nebraska team. Everyone else, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Cal, they have all lost to this Arizona team led by Sawyer Anderson, who is the same quarterback we played his freshman year 2 years ago whenever we broke the sack record. Joshua Pierce with 5 sacks in that game. So our defense is very well accustomed to playing against Arizona. We are number 8 in the country. I don't know how Texas is ahead of us. We literally beat them. Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame, USC, Miami, and LSU are also ahead of us, as we are ahead of Clemson and Oklahoma and Oregon. And we are still leading the way, but this is a huge conference game, as there are still a handful of teams that have not lost. We happen to be one of them at 4-0, but out comes Bryce Baker and this offense that has been firing on all cylinders recently, really finding our deep connection. Can we keep this undefeated season going and keep dominating the Big 12? We're at Arizona, a team we dominated last time who's looking to get revenge, and Bryce Baker right away on the 4 verticals concept is going to scramble for 17 yards to start the day. That's one of the things that makes number 17 so dynamic, is his ability to get out in space and move. From the shotgun, looking to get someone open, and he's going to turn around into 3 Arizona defenders. Never once thought to just throw that one away. Instead, takes a huge sack that's going to make us 3rd and 25 here. From the shotgun, Baker takes the snap, looking for someone to get open, and he just runs out of bounds. You got to be shitting me. That was absolutely atrocious from Bryce Baker to make it 4th and 40, and we do not score on our opening drive. Out comes Sawyer Anderson and the Wildcat offense. Someone's going to take their first conference loss today. We don't want it to be us. Sawyer Anderson at home, though, going to have that advantage. He's going to find a quick out. That'll be a broken tackle in our alternate number 2 uniforms, I believe, and it brings up a 2nd and 3 here. Single back formation here for the Wildcats. Taking the snap. It's going to be play action for Anderson, who has a wide open receiver, swarmed immediately by the Mean Green defense, but still a very good gain as they're closing in on red zone territory, their first drive. Back to single back formation for Anderson. Takes the snap, no play action. He's going to use his mobility this time, sliding for a 7-yard gain on that one. We would get them to a 3rd and 3 opportunity. Can the defense step up and make a play? Anderson gonna feed the running back this time, who will be short, 4th and 1, and they are gonna play aggressive and stay out on the field at home. The fans love that response from the coach. Good call, and it will be executed. A nice juke move there to make us miss and dive on the ground, on the turf, utterly missing the tackle. Once again, though, 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. Take advantage of these situations, hold them to 3. It's what our defense has done all season. Single back formation with a fullback. Sawyer is going to scramble out again, looking for someone in the end zone, throwing off his back foot in the opposite direction, and a good find there from Sawyer Anderson. Arizona not only up 7-0, it's not been often this North Texas team has trailed this season, but they have the advantage of receiving after halftime and the home field advantage. So definitely need to make some things happen here, as Dozie Eznukama is going to win his receiving battle on the outside to convert that third down, and we would have a 2nd and 11 here at midfield near the Arizona logo. Over the middle, that is going to be Jacaden Ferguson bringing in his first catch of the day. That one goes for 6, and another 3rd and short opportunity for North Texas. Can Arizona hold up here at home? Stadium pulsing, Baker getting the hot routes going, looking for some separation as Nukama is not able to bring it in. My goodness. And you know the aggressive nature of head coach Stevie Balls staying out on the field for this 4th and 5. Takes the snap. Over the middle, gonna have Jacaden Ferguson. No, Alexander Marler brings in the reception on that one. That is a good play for him. As Nukama, obviously, if you saw last video, he broke an absurd amount of NCAA records with almost 400 receiving yards, as Baker is going to show off his mobility again for that first down. And we're trying to use that deep attack whenever we can to both Ferguson and as Nukama, but it just did not happen there. Jermecco Green, inside zone, Jermecco Green making a man miss, having a solid sophomore year campaign. That'll add to his yard lead total, and we would have a 3rd and goal, but I'm getting the coverage I like. The blocks are executed perfectly, and no one is able to stop the QB blast in Bryce Baker. That'll be his 7th touchdown on the season, tying this one up at 7s. 1st and 10. Anderson having a really good day. He's going to scramble again, showing Bryce Baker it's not just him who can scramble. Sawyer Anderson gets it into North Texas territory. He's got 37 yards rushing on the day. He just cashed someone's over. That's crazy. 2nd and 8 from the shotgun. He's having a very good game. The quarterback for the Wildcats. Read option, having some pressure. That one's going to get out to the running back, and that is well contained. Can we get a stop? Is North Texas defense finding out? From the shotgun, Sawyer Anderson again takes the snap, looking for someone to get open. There's pressure and a dime in between 4 different defenders. Got to give credit where it's due. He is dinking and diving and finding some great receiver help in this one. Anderson having a good game. More pressure, but it doesn't matter. He knew where he was going with that right away, and it's 1st and goal for Arizona, who is really playing aggressive early in this game, trying to give us our first conference loss, and that one is going to be tackled down by Rico Wooten. He does not get in. 2nd and goal. They're still going single back. We're going to go man coverage here. See if we can win our one-on-one battles. They're going to go read option, and Sawyer Anderson holds on to it. That'll be a touchdown. He's got 41 receiving yards, ultimately proving to be the most impactful player so far in this one. But out comes Bryce Baker in the offense again. From the shotgun, Baker trying to get this back in blood. That's going to be our RB2, Randy Bertone, on the drag there. Brings that one in for a gain of 9. Bringing up 2nd and 1 here. Setting up more hot routes. Once again, looking for the deep ball for Ferguson and Eznukama. Baker gonna use his mobility to outrun the defenders there, and he's got a full head of steam for the first down. That'll be a big rush for Bryce Baker, who's got 25 on the day. Still down 7. Baker looking to make a big play, and he goes down. Arizona's defense winning the sack battle 3-0 in this one, and it has played a crucial part so far. On the Arizona logo, Baker, they're sending a blitz again, and Baker just overthrows Shakir Caps on that one. My goodness, he had an opportunity, but that pressure was there in his face. 3rd and 19. Baker has some time on this one, gonna throw up a floater. It's Jermecco Green out of the backfield on the wheel route, and when that drive looked dead, number 17 finds number 32, and it goes for a 50-yard touchdown in which we would miss the extra point, and we're still losing. 14-13. Oh my goodness, that pretty much tied it up, but of course if the game ended right now, we would lose. Arizona back out on the field. Sawyer Anderson going to convert another first down on that 2nd and 7. This one is 2nd and 12. 3 minutes left in the first half here. From the shotgun, our biggest game all season, our biggest Big 12 game of the year so far. Someone going to take their first conference loss. That'll be a 7-yard gain. Can we get our first stop of the day? 3rd and 5. Anderson from the shotgun. It's another 3rd down conversion. Their percentages have just got to be off the charts right now for 3rd down. Might be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Anderson having a phenomenal first half from the shotgun. All the time in the world, not enough pressure nearly right there. And another converted 3rd down for 1st down. 2-minute warning just struck. They're going to go to the run game now, try and waste some clock. And my goodness, it was like an open maze of blocking, and it worked. He found his way. Here we go, 3rd and 2. Blitzing Sawyer Anderson right away, and finally the defense will get a stop. We will use our timeout, converting that screen into a loss of 2. But Arizona, this is well within field goal range. This one, iffy. It's a coin flip, but it is going to be up and right into the All-State hands, right down the middle. Arizona extends their lead to 4 points, 17-13. 51 seconds, the aggressive nature of head coach Stevie Balls. You know he's trying to get points here. Baker trying to scramble away, looking for someone open on the streaks, and it is sack number 4. We would not get anything going that drive, and Arizona, with momentum, goes into halftime with a 4-point lead. And this is a situation we haven't been in often. They're just playing better than us. The passing yards, completions, rushing yards, they've got 40 more than us. And defensively, they're causing more chaos than we are. Not to mention they're at home. The fans are loving it. They're trying to beat a top 25, a top 10 ranked team as we finally get a sack. Our first of the day, Joshua Pierce, and a big one right there. But they've got the ball to start the second half. How does Arizona respond here and keep this momentum going? From the shotgun, Anderson had a really good first half, but the second half, there's 2 straight sacks to start. Rashad battles that time, and head coach Stevie Balls must have had a thing or two to say to his D-line at halftime. 3rd and 23, Anderson. Can you convert this 3rd down? Throwing a prayer, that one's going to sail out of bounds, and I will take a 3 and out from this defense. Great job. Let's go get our first lead of the game. From the shotgun, we've got great field position here. Jermecco Green going to speed boost for a 9-yard gain. That'll be the 5th tackle of the day for Luke Wilson. A 1st down would be converted. We now have a play-action audible here from Baker. Stadium is pulsing, has enough time to look for someone open. He's not finding anyone open. Baker gonna take a shot to the back of the end zone. It's Jacaden Ferguson! One of the greatest highlights this dynasty has ever seen. Baker trailing with all the time in the world. He's got that cannon Josh Allen kind of arm. Jacaden Ferguson wins his one-on-one matchup, trailing to the left side of the end zone, and that is how North Texas will claim their first lead of the day. 20-17. A field goal ties it up here. Arizona, they're coming off of a 3 and out. How did they respond here? Fake jet touch pass. That one will go for a nice gainer out of the backfield. I thought he might have broke it free, and it's on the ground. It's a fumble. Picked up from North Texas. Is this one going to stand? A beautifully executed play out of the backfield for the running back, and this is a turnover. A crucial fumble for Arizona. North Texas has an opportunity to put their foot on Arizona's necks, but that's not going to help. Bryce Baker trying to escape with his mobility on 2nd down. It'll be a loss of 4, bringing up a 3rd and 13. Arizona, after that turnover, could just get him off the field. No damage done, but that'll be a nice find from Baker. A green bean to Daryl Branson down the field, the tight end. And that'll bring us a 1st down in Arizona territory. Even a field goal extends our lead some more. We're just looking to establish something here. Daryl Branson going to be wide open. The true freshman, a nice juke move there. Going to get us close to the red zone here as we are itching closer to the 4th quarter. 3:36 left in the 3rd. Setting some audibles, a slant from Jacaden Ferguson. Baker going to take an opportunity to find Jacaden Ferguson on the hot route. If he had hit him a little sooner, maybe it would have been a touchdown, but still a good throw regardless. 1st and goal. Can we get Jermecco Green a 2nd touchdown on the year? That is rushing. He just had one that was passing. And Jermecco Green going to fall into the end zone. North Texas, after a bumpy first half, now has a 10-point lead. And Arizona, their last 2 drives have been a 3 and out and a turnover. What do they do here? Countering the blitz on the RB out. That's going nowhere. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8 opportunity for Sawyer Anderson. Single back formation, no play action, wide open find on the receiver right there, and that goes for a decent gain. We've got about 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Single back formation again, no play action, but I swear that's the same play they just did. This one just goes for about 40 yards, and the tight end's got 51 receiving on the day. Another 3rd and 8. That seems to be the magic number for this Wildcat offense. But Sawyer is going to try and scramble away. That is a huge sack for Rashad Battles, which is going to force them into a long, long field goal. This one definitely not a guarantee. It is up, and it is money. You know how these Heisman kickers are. They just do not miss. Getting it back to a one-possession game. Bryce Baker and the offense comes back out. Can we keep this momentum going? Baker is pressured, throws up a green to Eznukama. He was hit as he's thrown, not able to get much air on that, but still a jump ball ability Eznukama can win from time to time. We go into the 4th quarter. You can see us at number 8, top 25 in the country, top 10 in the country, right behind Texas for some reason, even though we beat them on the year. But we would be forced with a 3rd and 8 to open this 4th quarter. Looking for anything here just to get it to a 2-possession lead. From the shotgun, Baker trying to put the dagger on this one. He throws it right to him. My goodness, Bryce Baker. Your confidence might be too high, my friend. That would force them into a 3rd and 7, but Arizona still with field goal range here. Maybe we can force them to kick another 3, and that is wide open. He missed him. Mike Strange got cooked, and they're going for it on 4th and 7. We're just lucky that wasn't a game-tying touchdown. From the shotgun, Anderson had a much quieter second half. We've got pressure in the backfield, and Bryce Baker gets bailed. That is Jaden Williams, the senior, and we are back out onto the field like nothing happened. Baker looking over to Eznukama on the drag. Is going to pick up some yards. Sorry, I live near a train, so you might hear a train. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, over the middle, a slant is dropped, and Shakir Caps starting to see that 75 overall come out a little bit more. He's not been as productive as he was earlier in the season, and that'll be a bad drop. 1st and 10. We contain the run, still goes for a gain of about 3 or 4. It'll go for 3. 7 minutes left in this ball game. Arizona is 1 touchdown, 1 big play away from this one being tied up. 3rd and 1. They keep it on the ground. No, play action. Anderson takes a shot, and that is going to be beautiful defense from Mike Strange. Could have been intercepted, but Arizona will punt. With 6 minutes left, we have an opportunity to kill more clock or go up 2 possessions. Baker, they're sending pressure. We're just not ready for it, though. We cannot play like this against really good teams that are going to blitz, that are going to pressure our QB situation. Instead, we'll take a really dumb shot to Shakir Caps. That's not going to go well. Another interception, and we're trying to keep this game close, dude. Arizona's defense has been in Baker's head all day, and it is the reason why Arizona still has a shot in this one. The fans are loving it. 5:32 left in this one. From the shotgun, here is Sawyer Anderson. Takes the snap. No pressure, immediate strike. That'll go for a gain of 7. Still establishing the hurry-up mode. Single back formation with a fullback on the right side. They're going to take the snap, play action again for Anderson. Anderson going to pitch it where we have good contain. Nice play there from Rico Wooten, or that might have been Kenton Allen, one of the 40s. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Anderson going to scramble out, going to find the running back, and that's another instance of just enough to move the chains for Arizona. Less than 5 minutes left in this ball game. Big 12 competition. They go to the run this time. A wide open, gaping hole. Goes for a really nice gain to bring it up to 1st and 10. 4:40 left, just outside of goal-to-go territory. They're going to keep it on the ground, trying to waste that clock. This time, we contain it. It goes for a loss of 4. Mike Strange on the tackle there. 2nd and 14. Sawyer Anderson from the shotgun. No pressure, some pressure. Finds a man, going to go out of bounds. 9-yard gain, bringing up a big 3rd and 5. Can the defense make a play? From the shotgun, Anderson, count out the mic. Here comes the snap. Anderson goes down. Pressure right away. Jaden Williams has his 2nd, and that one is huge. It forces Arizona to play conservative, go for 3. The bad thing about this is if we get stopped again, they can go for the win, but at the very least, they did not just tie it up right there. And both of these teams have 5 sacks. All 5 of ours come in the second half. Here comes Jermeco Green, who gets bottled up right away. That's a loss of 1. 2nd and 1, gonna have to pass the ball here. Baker, a few first downs away from ending this one. Takes the snap. Going to scramble out again. We've seen him do these on deep route concepts. He's cold right now, but that's a very good gainer, and Arizona will use their first timeout. We can now go back to the run game. See if Jermeco Green can get us out of harm's way on this HB draw. Jermeco Green hit ahead for a first down, one of his better runs of the day, and that'll be the second timeout for Arizona. I think we're just 2 first downs away from this one officially being over, as Green will get a 7-yard gain. That'll be the last timeout for Arizona. Baker, QB blast. It's worked all season. Takes the snap. Baker has got a wide open hole. Baker gonna slide down as we head into the 2-minute warning. And ladies and gentlemen, North Texas and their undefeated season stay alive. Definitely the best Big 12 game we've had up to this point. Arizona just took their first conference loss, but they are not out of conference championship contention. Obviously, we are the favorite as we advance to 5-0 in the Big 12 and 7-0 on the year. I still think this team has natty championship aspirations. The deep ball connection, even when we play bad, we are still a hard team to beat, as you saw today. Things that I'm worried about. Baker's got to stop turning the ball over. Defense cannot have a first half like we just had. I love when they're pressuring the quarterback. I love when we're sacking the quarterback. No diddy, no pause. But we still have to play like that consistently. But I love how the receiving game is shaping up. Still would like more production out of Jermeco Green out of the backfield, but he's warming up to us. He's had some good games, some good rushes. And overall, I just want more turnovers from the defense, even though we're really known for sacks overall. Can't be upset. We're going to climb higher in the top 10. We're number 8 right now. We're even closer to 100 subs than we were last video, so thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. I will keep continuing to upload these daily as we are nearing and approaching the playoffs in year 4 if we manage to get back there. So I'll keep you all updated. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. Peace.